Well, we trust them with the keys to our car and the keys to our house, but how much do you know about your locksmith company? Consumer Bob says that local number you're calling may actually be thousands of miles away.
It really doesn't take much to be a locksmith in California. A thumbprint, a background check, and a few bucks and you're in. In fact, there are hundreds listed in your phone book. But the closer I looked, the more I was confused. Are they local? Are they licensed? And who are you really calling when you pick up the phone? Even in our high-tech world, it often comes down to a key to get into our work, our car, and our house.
When you're hiring this type of company, you have to be very, very careful about who you're hiring and their qualifications.
The Better Business Bureau says hiring a locksmith today is confusing, and longtime locksmiths are worried.
They're using multiple addresses that don't have any connection to anything having to do with a locksmith.
In the phone book, for example, this empty lot in El Cajon is listed as a locksmith. The same with this McDonald's, this 7-Eleven, this Starbucks, and this downtown florist, who had no idea why she was in the phone book as a locksmith.
Are you a locksmith?
No, I'm not.
But what about the phone numbers?
858.
We called them to find out. From a home in Rancho Penasquitos.
Hi, I locked my keys in my car. I was wondering if somebody can come and help me.
And from a parking lot in Claremont. What we found is that even though there may be different locksmiths' names and numbers listed, you are often calling the same few companies.
So when you're looking at a BBB report and you see a long list of 17 different company names or a lot of phone numbers, those are big red flags for the consumer.
A red flag that says you're probably dealing with an out-of-town operator. Many of these local numbers are actually answered at call centers in New York and New Jersey. But who shows up when you call?
I locked my keys in my car.
We called 5 local numbers and found 4 out of 5 locksmiths were dispatched from out-of-town operators.
Do you have a license or anything?
We also asked the locksmiths if we could see their license. By state law, a locksmith is required to carry a license to the job.
It's easier than getting a driver's license to get a locksmith license. So if they haven't done that, they've probably got something to hide.
Hey, Doug, I'm Bob Hans with NBC. You'll appreciate what we're doing, I hope.
Doug Hayward of My Locksmith carries his license in his pocket, but he's concerned about unlicensed competitors.
It's a huge problem. I think they're doing bad and shoddy work.
Of the 5 locksmiths we called, 3 had their license or paperwork with them. 2 did not. Well, let me tell you one thing. By law in California, to work as a locksmith, you have to have your license with you. So right now, you're not doing what you're supposed to. It turned out that Tal Lobby of Dependable Locks had his license at home.
Not on me, but I can give you to speak with the office.
Bag on, Dan couldn't show me a license either. Eventually, his Berkeley-based locksmith company sent an apology and faxed me proof of his license.
To be honest with you, a lot of people don't ask.
So bottom line, a local address and phone number doesn't mean much when calling a locksmith. As for the license, it tells you the person opening your front door is at least registered with the state. To get that license, you don't have to prove you know what you're doing. Just pay $75, submit to a background check, and give a thumbprint. By the way, in the phone book, we found 4 names, all answered by a New Jersey company named USA Locks. The same thing with Dependable Locks out of the Bronx in New York. Dependable has an unsatisfactory record with the Better Business Bureau. The company has been fined in 2 states. For NBC 739, I'm Consumer Bob.